Guten Morgen, meine Lieben. So this is where we ended up yesterday. Today is, I don't know, it's in the morning. I've only had one cup of coffee. I think it's Wednesday. Um, and today, this assignment was due tomorrow um, because I did it so late last night. But I'm going to do the assignment for today with the new lesson also due tomorrow. You can put them together if you want because it kind of naturally flows into each other, but then you do have to do 10 sentences, okay? So it's 5 per assignment. So just to review, we're doing the subjunctive, which is the conditional in English. So if I were, um, and then later on we'll be able to do I would. So if I were rich, I would buy a car. Right now we're at the were stage, which is if I were um, rich, I I would be happy. If I were happy, I would be I don't know, rich. Whatever. So that's what we were doing yesterday. So this black one was if we were tired, she would be nice. Here she would be in the black nice if we were tired, that kind of thing. Okay, so that's what we did with wäre. So I just want you to remember that when we're using wäre, which comes from the verb to be, it's almost always going to be followed by an adjective. We're going to keep that up there as kind of a reminder, okay? So today, what we're going to do is we're going to add the verb haben. Remember, sein and haben often go together, and haben does the same thing. So yesterday we had the example of being hungry. Remember, in English we are hungry, but in German you have hunger. So if you wanted to say, if I were hungry, I would be unhappy. Okay? The would be unhappy part you know how to do from yesterday. And if that I were hungry, well, we're going to talk about that. So haben is the verb of the day for subjunctive today. And we're going to do with that exactly what we did with the sein. We're going to take the simple past of hatte and add the umlaut. Okay? So the subjunctive of haben is hätte. And then it goes down. Hättest, hätte, wir hätten, ihr hättet, excuse me, and sie hätten. Okay? So if you wanted to do this business about being hungry, if they were hungry, wenn, if they were hungry, wenn sie Hunger hätten. Okay? And then if you want to say they would be unhappy, this again is the first clause. So here's the V2. So they would be, that's from yesterday. So we're going to say wären sie unglücklich. Make sense? Of course it makes sense. It follows straight from what we did yesterday. So all those word order rules we talked about yesterday with wenn being a verb kicker, the first clause being the first position, so then your verb has to go here. All of that stuff that we talked about yesterday is true for hätte as well. It's just a little bit different when it comes to the meaning. So, for example, I suppose we could talk about Gavin and we could say if he had a car, he would be very happy, right? So I'm going to erase all this now. So, wenn Gavin ein Auto, verb kicker, subjunctive of haben, is going to come at the end of the clause, hätte, because this one matches Gavin, this one matched sie as in plural. Wenn Gavin ein Auto hätte, now he would be happy. The be part means that we got to go back to up here because a happy would is an adjective. So wäre glücklich. Yeah? So now, if you want to make one of your sentences to be whatever it is that you want to have and would make you happy, then you could put an ich here, put whatever it is that you would make you happy right there when you had it, and then you could just, and then this would change to ich, right? But these are going to stay the same because the ich and the RCS form are the same. Does that make sense? So for example, I could say, wenn ich, oh, what do I want? Let's see. Wenn ich ein Klavier hätte, wäre ich besser auf dem Klavier. If I had a piano, I would be better at piano. Funky example, but that's the idea. That's all there is to this lesson. Okay? So we have wäre plus an adjective, wäre plus other conjugations, right? Here we're going to have hätte. And what are we always going to have with hätte? We're going to have a noun, right? Here we have a noun. Here we have a noun. So because you have something, right? When you have something, when you want to use the verb have, you have to have something. Okay? I hope that makes sense. So now you can expand your sentences. You don't have to just have two sentences with two adjectives, you know, because that was a little bit hard to come up with sentences that made sense. But now you can use people like, if my parents, or no, if we as a class had, you could even use more homework, we would be unhappy, or we would be sad, or if we had less homework, or if we had no homework, we would be ecstatic. So you see, this is a chance for you to also work on expanding your adjectives. Try to use more than just gut and glücklich, and practicing your subjunctive. Okay? So the assignment for today is to watch this video, try to understand and put together the hätte plus the noun and the wäre plus the adjective. Put sentences together. So what you can do, your options here, your options are, so you can have one clause with wäre and the other clause with wäre, right? You can have one clause with hätte and the other clause with hätte. You can have one clause with wäre and the other one with hätte, or vice versa, hätte and wäre. Okay? So I will also challenge you that if you come up with a really, really good sentence that you think will help your colleagues, your peers understand this a little better, or make them laugh, go ahead and put it in the class comment section of this assignment, because it always helps to see everybody else's examples. I've given you several examples for wäre for yesterday. I've given you examples here for hätte and wäre. Okay, I haven't given you any example with two hättes. You could try that out. Let's see. Let's see. If I had an apple, I wouldn't be hungry. You got to remember the be hungry in English with sein is going to be haben. So you'd have haben with the apple, and you'd have haben with the hunger. Okay, so try that. Or pick your own food, or whatever you want to do with this, okay? I do hope I see a little bit more homework from a little bit more people in the class. I noticed that the assignment for the book was not completed by everybody, so we've been asked by the administration to keep track of all of that, because if we don't go back to school, somehow or another I have to come up with a second semester grade. So we need to really keep up with this material, especially this stuff, because it's new and the book is new, all the material in that. So let me know if you have any questions. I have office hours in 15 minutes for an hour, so contact me if you want to. I assume most of you are sleeping, but I hope to see your terrific sentences over the next couple of days. I'll do one more video this week for the other verbs, because we've only done sein and we've only done haben, and you have to admit there's a lot of other verbs in German that we have to be able to do the conditional or the subjunctive with. So we'll do that at the end of the week, and then we'll practice a whole bunch. Then we're going to do another chapter of the book. I'll come up with a different exercise with that by the end of the week, and then that should keep you busy for a while. All right, I hope you're all doing well. This is really weird. I agree. My son, Timmy, is going nutso in quarantine, and it's only been a week. So I hope none of you are going nutso. Get out, get some fresh air, stay 6 feet away, and wash your hands. Bye. Tschüss.